Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're looking at something pretty fundamental, something we all do constantly, introducing ourselves.
Yeah, the art of the introduction. It seems simple, but there's a lot to it.
Exactly. And we've pulled together some really interesting sources, different perspectives on what makes an introduction actually work. Whether it's professional or maybe more personal.
Right. Think of these sources as giving us a kind of framework. We've got examples, guidance, covering different situations, really. Professional intros, personal stories, even just like casual lifestyle stuff.
So our mission here, if you will, is to help you get some practical insights from all this. We want you to feel, more confident, maybe more authentic when you present yourself, whatever the situation.
Sounds good. So where do we start? The basics.
Yeah, let's dive in. What are the absolute, must-have ingredients, the core components?
Okay, well, the bedrock, obviously, is your name.
Right.
A clear, my name is first name, last name. Can't really start without that, can you?
Definitely not. Okay, what builds on that? Especially, say, professionally.
So professionally, what you do is usually right up there. Something like, I work as a job title at company organization. It just immediately gives people context.
Yeah, it's an anchor, isn't it? Helps them place you. What else is foundational?
Education often comes next, or sometimes before the job, depending.
Yeah.
Saying, I studied Feel at University College. That provides background on your training, your knowledge base.
Right. And experience ties into that.
Absolutely. Highlighting relevant experience. Maybe I've spent X years working in studying relevant field. It shows you haven't just learned it, you've, applied it.
Okay, those feel pretty standard for work contexts. What about moving into slightly more personal territory?
Well, and this is often optional, it depends on the vibe. Your personal status might come up.
Like relationship status?
Yeah, simple, I'm married or single or whatever. It often just emerges in conversation, doesn't it?
It can, yeah.
And location, too. I'm speaking to you from city country. That's a natural connector, especially remotely.
Gives a sense of place.
And then interests, hobbies. That's a huge one for building rapport.
Ah, yes. Finding common ground.
Exactly. When I'm not doing this podcast, I enjoy. Whatever it is.
Opens the door,
Okay, got it. So the core. Name, job, education, experience, and then the more flexible personal bits. Status, location, interests. Pretty much covers the main building blocks.
Cool. Now, our sources give us some really good examples of how people weave these together. Let's look at David Chen first. He had a very professional focus. What jumped out at you there?
David's intro is really efficient at signaling competence. He says, hello, everyone. Welcome to Tech Horizons. I'm David Chen, a software engineer at Innovate Solutions. Straightforward.
Right.
Then I graduated from MIT with a degree in computer science and have been working in AI development for the past 7 years. That MIT mention, the AI focus, it subtly signals expertise, right? Without being too boastful.
Totally. Establishes credibility quickly. Yeah. He also adds a personal touch, though.
He does. When I'm not coding, I enjoy rock climbing and photography with my wife, Emma. So you get a little humanity in there.
Prevents him sounding like just a resume.
Exactly. And then, crucially, he links it all. Today, we're exploring how artificial intelligence is transforming healthcare. Connects his expertise right to the topic.
Very neat.
Yeah, very strategic. Okay, let's contrast that with Sarah Johnson. Her focus was much more on a personal story.
Yeah, quite different. She starts, hi there, and welcome to Mindful Living. I'm Sarah Johnson. Standard enough.
Yeah.
After completing my master's in psychology at Columbia University, I spent 5 years as a clinical therapist before starting this podcast. So, credentials are there.
Right, the professional background.
But then she adds, I'm currently single and living in Chicago with my 2 cats. A bit more personal color.
Okay.
And here's the key part. I'm passionate about meditation, which helped me overcome my own anxiety issues 10 years ago. That's quite vulnerable.
Wow, yeah, that definitely builds connection. It really does. It makes her passion feel authentic, relatable, especially for her topic. Simple mindfulness techniques for busy professionals. It shows she gets it personally.
Absolutely. It shows how sharing something personal when relevant can be really powerful for trust. Okay, one more example. Miguel Rodriguez, the casual lifestyle guy.
Right, Miguel. His is all about personality and adventure.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Adventure Calls. This is Miguel Rodriguez coming to you from Barcelona. Sets the scene immediately.
Yeah, energetic.
I studied tourism management, but decided corporate life wasn't for me, so now I work as a freelance travel writer. So, bit of backstory, career path.
Explains the travel focus.
Exactly. Then My partner Alex and I have been together for 3 years, and we love hiking, scuba diving, and trying strange foods around the world. Vivid details, shared passions.
Paints a clear picture.
Totally. It leads right into his topic. Today I'll be sharing our recent experiences exploring the hidden caves of northern Thailand. It feels like he's inviting you along.
Yeah.
Very engaging for that kind of show. Yeah, it makes you feel like you know him a bit already.
Yeah.
So, 3 really different approaches, emphasizing different elements.
Exactly. Depends on the goal, the context, the audience.
Okay, let's dig into some of those specific elements now. Our sources gave some formulas. Educational background first. I studied subject degree at institution. What's the signal there?
Well, fundamentally, it's about your foundational knowledge, isn't it? Your training.
Right.
Mentioning a place like the London School of Economics or UC Berkeley can add, a certain weight, especially professionally. But it's not just about prestige.
Come.
Well, even saying you're self-taught in digital marketing but have certifications, that shows initiatives, specific skills. It's about what the education implies about your capabilities.
Gotcha. Okay, what about professional experience? The formula. I've been working as position as Zet in company industry for time period.
This really grounds you in the present, professionally speaking, or shows your journey. Senior graphic designer at Creative Vision Studio. Okay, I get a sense of your skills, your level. Pediatric nurse for over 12 years. That shows deep experience, dedication.
Right, it demonstrates practical application.
Exactly, or even a career change story, like the finance person turned consultant example. It tells a narrative of growth.
Okay, now personal relationships. This one had the caveat, if you wish to share, the formula. I'm relationship status and family details if you wish to share. What's the thinking here?
Yeah, that if you wish is key. It's purely optional.
Right.
Sharing something like, married to my college sweetheart Lisa, 2 kids, it can definitely make you seem more relatable, build a personal connection.
Sure, creates common ground, potentially.
Or even happily single, focusing on my career, that also shares something about your priorities. But again, totally personal choice. No pressure. It's just another potential tool for rapport, if it feels right.
Good distinction.
Yeah.
Okay, lastly, hobbies and interests. In my free time, I'm passionate about activities interests.
This is where personality really comes out, I think.
Whether it's watercolor painting or sustainable gardening or playing jazz piano, it just adds dimension. Makes you a whole person, not just a job title or a degree.
And sparks conversation, presumably.
Definitely. Find someone else who likes hiking or collects vintage motorcycles and boom, instant connection. It reveals something human.
Okay, so we've broken down the pieces. Now, let's look at that comprehensive example, Dr. Maya Patel. How did she pull it all together?
Right, Dr. Patel's intro is really a masterclass in weaving these threads. She starts, I'm Dr. Maya Patel, and I'm a general practitioner with a special interest in preventative medicine.
Okay, clear role and focus.
Then, I received my medical degree from Johns Hopkins University and have been practicing family medicine for 8 years at Community Health Partners in Portland. Credentials, experience, location, check.
Solid professional grounding.
Then she adds the personal. I'm married to my wonderful husband, Raj, and we have a 5-year-old daughter named Zara. Just a touch makes her relatable.
And hobbies. When I'm not seeing patients or recording this podcast, I'm usually running trails or experimenting with plant-based recipes, which also nicely aligns with health and wellness.
Yeah, reinforces her theme.
But here's the really smart part. She connects it all with her motivation. My journey into preventive health began after watching my father struggle with type 2 diabetes.
Ah, the personal story again.
Exactly, a condition that could have been prevented. That experience made me passionate about empowering people. It gives her why.
Right, connects her personal life, her passion, and her profession.
Precisely. And then she lands on the podcast topic. On today's episode, we're tackling the fascinating world of gut health. It all flows together. You get the whole picture. Expert, mother, runner, motivated by personal experience, ready to talk gut health.
It really is seamless. It's not just a list of facts, it's a narrative.
Exactly. Informative and engaging. Shows how you can blend the professional and personal effectively.
Yeah, it really drives home that idea that a good intro isn't just ticking boxes. It's about selecting details thoughtfully.
Be intentional, yeah. What impression do you want to make? What's relevant right now?
So wrapping up this deep dive, the main takeaway seems to be, well, that a good self-introduction is crafted. It's more than just your name.
Definitely. It's a strategic choice of details tailored to the moment, to the audience.
You need the basics, sure, but you need to think about the context. What do you want people to know about you right then?
Absolutely. Which parts of your background, your life, your interests are going to help you connect or achieve whatever your goal is in that specific interaction.
Right. So here's a final thought for you, the listener, to maybe chew on.
Uh-huh.
How do you usually introduce yourself? In different settings, work, social, online maybe? Could you tweak it? Could you be a bit more impactful? Or maybe just feel a bit more authentic?
Good question.
Yeah, just think. Does your go-to introduction really reflect all the different experiences and interests that make you who you are? Maybe a small change can make a surprisingly big difference in how you connect with others.